The cold darkness of space stretched out forever. Stars twinkled silently, far away and indifferent to the small, lonely ship drifting near the edge of the solar system. The ship was tiny and old, just a research vessel called Odyssey. It was no match for the great Empire's fleet that suddenly appeared on its radar. The Empire's ships were huge, black and sharp like deadly knives slicing through space. They moved with precision and power. Their mission was clear: destroy any Earth ship found beyond the borders. The Odyssey's crew was simple scientists and engineers, not soldiers. They had no weapons, only their research and hope. They were trying to learn about new planets, new life, new mysteries. But they had no idea that today, their simple mission would change the future of humanity forever. On board the Odyssey, Captain Leela Hayes stood by the window of the control room. Her eyes were tired but steady. The crew looked to her for strength. She was their leader, their shield against the unknown. Suddenly, the radar beeped loudly. Red warnings flashed across the screens. Leela's heart jumped. "They're here," she whispered. Outside, through the ship's thick glass, the black ships of the Empire grew closer. The Odyssey was no more than a tiny speck compared to the giants in front of it. "Open a channel," Leela ordered. "Let's talk to them." The ship's communications officer pressed a button. A sharp, cold voice came through the speakers. "This is Admiral Krall of the Empire. You are ordered to stop immediately and prepare to be boarded." Leela took a deep breath. "We are on a peaceful mission. We carry no weapons. Please, there is no need for conflict." There was a pause. Then Krall's voice came again, colder than before. "Your peace is irrelevant. You are trespassing in restricted space. Prepare to be captured or destroyed." Leela knew they were in trouble. The Odyssey had no weapons and no chance in a fight. She quickly ordered her crew to prepare the ship to surrender, but something on the scanners caught her eye. There were strange signals from the cargo hold, something alive, hidden in the shadows. She frowned but had no time to investigate. Suddenly, the Empire ships fired their weapons. Bright beams of energy struck the Odyssey's hull. Alarms screamed, and the ship shook violently. "Brace for impact," Leela shouted. The Odyssey's lights flickered. Systems failed one by one. The ship was breaking apart. Amid the chaos in the deepest part of the ship's cargo hold, a cryopod began to hum softly. It was sealed tight, cold to the touch, and inside was a figure, a man, tall and strong. With eyes closed in a deep sleep, the pod cracked. A faint glow escaped. The man's eyes opened slowly. He looked confused, weak at first. Then, as the alarms blared and the ship fell apart, he pushed himself up. His name was Titan I. He was not just a man but a weapon, a secret of Earth's hidden past, a warrior designed to save humanity if all else failed. The Odyssey exploded in a bright flash, scattering debris across space. The Empire fleet watched from a distance, confident the threat was gone. But deep inside the destroyed ship's remains, the cryopod was sending out a faint signal, a call for help. Back on Earth, in a hidden command center, Admiral Rana sat before dozens of screens. She watched the battle unfold live. When the Odyssey was destroyed, she felt a chill. This was not just a loss. This was the beginning of something bigger. "Project Titan is real," she said softly, "and it's awake." Far from the war and stars on Earth, the sun rose slowly. Life went on, unaware of the storm that was coming. But somewhere in the dark, something powerful was waking up. The Empire's pride, Admiral Krall, sat in the command room of his flagship, the Black Spear. His face was hard and proud. He looked at the images of the destroyed Odyssey on his screen. "It was just a small research ship," he said with contempt. "Easy prey." His officers nodded, but Krall's eyes narrowed. There was something strange in the data. The pod was not just cargo, it contained something alive. Something dangerous. He sent orders immediately. "Scan the debris field for any survivors. If the Titans are alive, we will find them. The Empire had crushed many planets and peoples. No one had ever fought back with the power of the Titans. If these weapons still existed, it could change everything. A secret on Earth. Thousands of miles away from the battle, Dr. Maria Chun stood in a dark lab. She stared at a glowing screen showing strange signals from deep space. Maria was one of the few people who knew about Project Titan. The project was classified, a secret military experiment to create superhumans with strength, speed, and intelligence beyond normal limits. The goal was to protect Earth from any invasion. She whispered to herself, "They have awakened. Maria knew the Empire's attack was no accident. They wanted to stop the Titans before they could rise. She pressed a button and sent a secure message to the government. The Empire attacked the wrong ship. The Titans are alive, awakening back on the remains of the Odyssey inside the quiet cryopod. Titan 1 opened his eyes fully. His body was weak but growing stronger every second. He remembered nothing but a deep voice calling his name and orders to protect Earth at all costs. He looked out into space through a broken window. The stars shone cold and distant, but he felt a fire inside, a promise to fight. Suddenly, his pod's distress signal beeped louder. He reached for the controls and activated the escape protocol. A small shuttle separated from the wreckage and began to move toward Earth. A New Hope, the shuttle landed on a remote island, hidden by forests and mountains. Titan 1 stepped out into the fresh air. His body felt strange, like a machine waking from a long sleep. He saw birds flying overhead and the wind moving through the trees. For the first time, he felt Earth's beauty, but he also sensed danger. He knew the Empire would come for him again. But he was ready. A deep voice inside him said, "You are Earth's last hope." A rising storm back in space, the Empire fleet prepared for another strike. Admiral Krell looked at his commanders and said, "Find the rest of the Titans. Destroy them before Earth can use them." But on Earth, something else was rising. A group of warriors long forgotten. The stars were quiet for now, but the spark in the void had been lit. Humanity's Titans were waking up. The island was quiet and still. Tall trees swayed gently in the wind, their leaves whispering secrets no one else could hear. A thin mist covered the ground, hiding the shadows beneath. This was the place where the shuttle carrying Titan 1 had landed. Early in the morning, a young man named Jake was walking through the forest. Jake was curious and brave. He loved exploring, especially the old, forgotten places on this island. Today, something felt different. The air was thick with silence, like the forest was holding its breath. Jake spotted a strange, shining object half buried under some fallen leaves. He knelt down and carefully brushed the dirt away. It was a small, broken pod, the same kind that had carried the Titan. The pod's glass cracked as Jake touched it. Inside, the tall figure lay still. Suddenly, the pod hissed and opened slowly. Jake stepped back, eyes wide with shock. The man inside stirred. His eyes snapped open, glowing faintly blue in the dim light. Jake swallowed hard. "Are you alive?" The man looked around, confused and weak. He did not speak. His clothes were strange, tight and silver, like armor made for battle. His face was calm but serious, like a soldier waking from a long rest. Jake helped him out of the pod. The man stood, stretching his limbs. He was stronger than any man Jake had ever seen. His muscles were thick, but his movements were smooth, like a cat ready to pounce. "Where am I?" the man asked softly. "Earth," Jake said. "You crashed here." The man's eyes searched Jake's face. He looked lost, like a child who forgot who he was. "My name is Titan 1, he finally said. "I must find the others." Jake frowned. "Others? What do you mean?" Titan 1 looked up at the sky. "I do not know everything, but I was made for war, to protect Earth. There are others like me. Jake nodded slowly. He didn't understand everything, but he knew one thing for sure. This man was special. The Empire is watching, far away. In the black cold of space, the Empire's scouts moved silently through the shadows. They had found the wreckage of the Odyssey and tracked the signal of the surviving pod. Target located on the island, the scout commander said. Deploy ground forces. The Empire was not ready to give up. They wanted the Titans destroyed before they could fight back. Back on the island, Jake and Titan 1 did not know they were being hunted. A hidden base. Jake took Titan 1 to an old cabin deep in the forest. It was small and simple, but safe from prying eyes. Titan 1 sat by the window, watching the trees. I feel strange, he said. I remember training, pain, commands, but not my purpose. Jake wanted to help. Maybe we can find out together. Titan 1 nodded. I must be ready. The Empire will come. At night, Jake heard strange noises outside. Shadows moved between the trees. He stayed awake, protecting his new friend. Secrets. Unfolded in the cabin, Jake and Titan 1 found an old data tablet. It contained secret files about Project Titan, the super soldier program from years ago. The files showed images of men and women, all with powers like Titan 1, stronger, faster, smarter. They were created to be Earth's ultimate defense. But the project was shut down after a mysterious disaster. Most of the Titans were lost or hidden. Titan 1 looked at the screen. I must find the others. We cannot fight alone. Jake felt a mix of fear and excitement. If the Empire finds you first, it's over. Earth's response. Meanwhile, at Earth's secret command center, Admiral Rana watched the news. Reports of the destroyed Odyssey spread quickly. The world was afraid, but Rana had hope. Prepare to defend the Titans, she told her officers. They are our last chance. Her eyes focused on the screens. The message was clear. Earth's fate was now tied to these powerful warriors. The first battle one night. The forest exploded with sound. Empire soldiers landed near the cabin. Their armor was dark and cold, and their weapons glowed with deadly energy. Jake and Titan 1 fought side by side. Titan 1's strength was incredible. He crushed weapons, threw soldiers, and moved faster than human eyes could see. But the soldiers were many. Jake helped where he could, using makeshift traps and quick thinking. The battle was brutal and short. The Empire soldiers retreated, but they left a warning behind. The war had begun. A new mission after the fight. Titan 1 looked at Jake. You have helped me more than I can say, but now I must find the other Titans. Only together can we stop the Empire. Jake nodded. I'm with you. Titan 1 stood tall. We will rise, we will fight, and Earth will never fall. Closing scene. The island was quiet again. But far above, in the endless sky, the stars shone bright. The first Titan had awakened. The war for Earth's future had only just begun. The night was thick and dark on Earth's remote island. The wind whispered softly through the trees, but beneath the calm, danger was near. Shadows moved with deadly purpose. The Empire's elite soldiers had arrived. These soldiers were not like the ones who attacked before. They were trained killers, silent, fast, and ruthless. Their black armor blended perfectly with the darkness. They had one mission: find the surviving Titan and bring him back. Dead or alive. Silent arrival under the cover of night, small ships landed quietly in the forest. From these ships, dozens of soldiers disembarked, moving like ghosts. Their leader, Commander Vrax, was cold and precise. He did not care about Earth's beauty or people. To him, the Titans were weapons, and weapons must be controlled or destroyed. Find the Titan, Vrax ordered. No mistakes. The soldiers spread out, scanning the area with advanced sensors. They picked up faint heat signatures, small movements, whispers. Titan 1 and Jake were not far. They had spent days hiding. trying to understand more about the world Titan 1 had lost. A dangerous game. Jake and Titan 1 were resting near a river when the first warning came, a strange beep from Jake's old radio. It was a weak signal, a warning. "We're being hunted," Jake said quietly. Titan 1's eyes narrowed. "We must move," Titan 1 said. "They will find us if we stay." They packed quickly and moved deeper into the forest, careful and silent. But the Empire soldiers were close. They left traps, hidden mines, and sensors everywhere. The forest suddenly exploded with light. An ambush. Battle in the shadows. The Empire soldiers attacked fast. Their weapons fired energy bolts that burned the air. Jake ducked behind a tree, his heart pounding. Titan 1 stood tall and fearless. With one powerful strike, he shattered a soldier's weapon. His speed was lightning fast, faster than any soldier could react. The fight was brutal. Titan 1 used his strength and skill, but there were too many enemies. He grabbed Jake and pulled him to safety. "We cannot win like this," Titan 1 said. "We need help." A hidden ally. As they ran, Jake remembered an old friend, Sarah, a former soldier who had turned against the Empire. She knew the forest well and had a secret base. Jake called Sarah. After a tense moment, she answered. "I know you're in trouble," she said. "Come to the cave near the old waterfall. I'll help." Jake and Titan 1 moved quickly, avoiding patrols and traps. The Empire was closing in, but hope was growing. The cave of resistance. Sarah's base was hidden inside the cave, lit by dim lamps and filled with supplies and weapons. Sarah greeted them with a sharp smile. "You're lucky to get here alive," she said. "The Empire wants those Titans gone. But we have plans." Sarah showed them a small group of fighters, humans who had refused to bow to the Empire. They had been waiting for the Titans to rise. Titan 1 looked around. "Together we can fight," Jake nodded. "But we need to find the others before the Empire does." Secrets revealed inside the cave. Sarah showed Titan 1 a secret. Old maps of the island with marked locations. These were places where other Titan pods might be hidden. "We have to move fast," Sarah said. "The Empire's patrols are growing." Titan 1 studied the maps. "I will find them all. We cannot lose." The group prepared to leave at dawn. The first step in a long journey. Empire's wrath. Back on the Empire's flagship, Commander Vrax reported failure. The Titan escaped. Again, but we will find him. Admiral Kral's face was dark with anger. "Prepare for full assault. The Titans cannot be allowed to rise." The Empire was ready to unleash its full power. A new resolve. As dawn broke, Titan 1 stood with Jake and Sarah at the cave's entrance. The forest was waking up, but danger was closer than ever. Titan 1's voice was calm but strong. "We fight for Earth. We fight for freedom. We are not alone." Jake smiled. "Let's show them what Earth's Titans can do." Together, they disappeared into the trees. Closing scene. High above, the Empire's ships hovered silently. The war had just begun. The stars watched quietly as Earth's defenders took their first steps. The hunt was on. The forest was quiet again. But the peace was fragile. The night's battle was over, but the war had only just begun. Titan 1, Jake, and Sarah sat around a small fire inside the cave. The glow flickered on their faces, revealing worry and determination. Titan 1 stared into the flames. "I need to remember the past. My mission. Something is missing." Sarah nodded. "You're not alone. Many of the Titans were lost to time, hidden away, or forgotten." Jake looked at the old maps again. "What if we find answers in the places marked here? Maybe the others can help you remember." Titan 1 clenched his fists. "Then we move." At once. The journey begins at first light. The group left the cave, stepping into the soft morning light. Birds sang, and the forest seemed to watch silently as they passed. Their first destination was an abandoned military base deep in the mountains. It was once a secret Titan training facility, now overgrown and silent. The path was hard, the forest thick and tangled. But they were ready. Echoes of war when they arrived. The base was more than just ruins. Broken machines lay scattered, and old holographic projectors flickered with faded images of soldiers training. Titan. One touched one machine gently. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the room, a recording from years ago. "Welcome to Project Titan. This program will create warriors beyond human limits, defenders of Earth." The voice faded, but the feeling stayed. Titan 1 felt a rush of memories, pain, training, loss. A shadow crossed his face. Forgotten all eyes suddenly. Movement in the shadows. A figure stepped forward. A woman, tall and strong, wearing a similar suit to Titan 1's. She smiled sadly. "I am Titan 2. I've been waiting." Titan 1's eyes widened. "You're real?" Titan 2 nodded. "I woke weeks ago. I've been hiding from the Empire." The reunion was quiet but full of hope. Together, they had a better chance. Empires. New weapon back in space. The Empire was not idle. Admiral Krell revealed a terrifying new weapon, a giant battle station called the Shadow Fang. It could destroy whole planets with a single blast. Krell's plan was clear. Use the Shadow Fang to crush Earth and end the Titans' rebellion. His officers watched nervously as the battle station powered up. Race against time. Titan 1. Titan 2, Jake and Sarah knew they had no time to lose. They needed to find the rest of the Titans before the Shadow Fang reached Earth. The old maps pointed to several locations around the world, deep caves, frozen tundras, and underwater bases. "We split up," Titan 2 suggested. "We cover more ground." Titan 1 hesitated but agreed. "Be careful. The Empire will hunt you." A dangerous divide. Jake looked at the two Titans. "If we split, we're weaker, but we have no choice." Sarah packed supplies. "I'll go with Titan 2. Jake, you stay with Titan 1. They nodded, understanding the risk. A message from the past before they left. Titan 1 found a hidden data core in the ruins. It contained a message from the original Project Titan leader. The message warned of a secret betrayal, someone inside. The project had helped the Empire. This traitor knew the Titan's weaknesses. Titan 1's eyes darkened. "We must be careful. The enemy is closer than we think." Into the unknown with heavy hearts, the two teams set out. Titan 1 and Jake toward the frozen north. Titan 2 and Sarah to the underwater base. The forest behind them grew silent once more, hiding secrets and dangers. Closing scene far above Earth, the Shadow Fang moved closer. Its shadow stretched like a dark cloud over the planet. But down below, the Titans were awakening, stronger, faster, and ready to fight. The past was catching up, the future was uncertain, and the war for Earth had only just begun. The wind screamed through the frozen north. Snow blasted the rocky cliffs like sandpaper. Titan 1 and Jake pushed forward, wrapped in thick layers, their breath turning to fog. "This place is dead," Jake said, shivering. "Are you sure?" "The next Titan is here." Titan 1's glowing blue eyes scanned the frozen horizon. "I can feel it. One of us sleeps beneath this ice." They had followed the coordinates found in the mountain base, old Titan bunkers buried deep under ancient glaciers. The Empire thought these locations lost forever. But they weren't. They were graves. And maybe one of them still held life. Into the ice after hours of climbing, they reached a jagged cave entrance hidden behind a frozen waterfall. Titan 1 placed his hand on a smooth section of the wall. A soft pulse responded, technology hidden beneath centuries of snow. With a loud crack, the wall slid open, revealing a narrow tunnel with glowing blue lights. Jake stepped back. "That doesn't look human." "It isn't," Titan 1 replied. "This place was built by the creators of Project Titan. It's older than people think." They moved down the tunnel. The air was cold and silent, like time had frozen with the walls. A sleeping giant at the end of the tunnel was a chamber filled with ice columns. In the center, frozen solid, was another Titan. He was taller than Titan 1. His armor was black with red marks, a war symbol. His arms were crossed over his chest like a soldier waiting for orders. "This is Titan 7, Titan 1 said quietly. He was the strongest of us all. Jake looked at him, unsure. "Can we wake him?" Titan 1 nodded. He reached into a control panel and entered a long-forgotten code. The room rumbled. Heat spread across the walls. The ice began to melt. Titan 7 wakes. Titan 7's eyes shot open. Fire red. His fists tightened as the ice cracked around him. Then, silence. He stepped out slowly. "Where is the war?" Titan 1 stepped forward. "It's coming." Titan 7 looked around. "You survived?" Titan 1 nodded. "Some of us, not all." Titan 7 looked at Jake. "You brought a civilian." Jake lifted his chin. "Name's Jake. I'm not just watching. I'm fighting too." Titan 7 smiled, not kindly. "We'll see." The fire in the snow suddenly, alarms blared inside the cave. Red lights flashed. "Dropships," Titan 1 said. "Empire forces. They found us." Outside, the sky filled with dark shapes. Soldiers dropped from the sky, landing hard in the snow. Titan 1, Titan 7, and Jake raced to the entrance. "They're blocking the exit," Jake shouted. Titan 7 cracked his knuckles. "Then we go through them." The snow exploded into fire. The Battle of Ice. Titan 7 charged first, smashing through metal walls and frozen pillars. His strength was unreal. He tossed soldiers like rag dolls. His fists broke armor. His voice roared with fury. Titan 1 was swift and precise, dodging fire, disabling weapons, and protecting Jake at every turn. Jake fired a rifle he had taken from a fallen soldier, hitting targets with surprising skill. The snow turned red, but the Empire kept coming, burning truths during the fight. An Empire officer shouted something strange before dying. "You Titans were never Earth's protectors. You were made for the Empire." Titan 1 froze. "What did he say?" Jake asked. Titan 1 looked shaken. "That can't be true." Titan 7's face darkened. "He's lying." But the words echoed in Titan 1's mind. Escape and doubt. The Titans won the battle barely. The snow around the cave was black with ash. The Empire pulled back, leaving behind damaged weapons and scattered bodies. Inside the cave, Titan 1 found a secret console left by Project Titan's original scientists. A message appeared. "If this is being read, then the Empire has returned. The truth is hidden in the Ember Vault. Do not trust the ones who built you." Titan 1 turned away from the screen. "There's more to our past, more than training, more than war." Jake stepped forward. "Then we find this Ember Vault." Titan 7 crossed his arms. "Secrets won't win battles, but I'll follow." Meanwhile, far across the ocean, Sarah and Titan 2 reached the underwater base. It was quiet. Too quiet. Inside, they found no soldiers, no traps, just silence. A large chamber waited at the bottom of the sea, and in the center was a large glass pod, glowing. Inside was another Titan, but something was wrong. Titan 2 whispered, "Why is his pod cracked?" Suddenly, lights blinked on. The chamber sealed. "Traps activated. It's a bait," Sarah shouted. "We need to boom." The trap exploded. Closing scene. High above Earth, the Shadow Fang moved closer. Its weapons HUMMED. In space, Admiral Krell smiled. "The Titans are gathering. Let them. We'll burn them all together." Back in the north, Titan 1 watched the sunrise over the snow. His heart was heavy. They had awakened another warrior, but they had also awakened secrets that could destroy them from within. The sky was darkening. As Titan 1, Jake, and Titan 7 made their way through a rugged canyon, their destination was clear: the Ember Vault. It was a secret facility buried deep beneath the earth, hidden since the time of Project Titan. Inside, they hoped to find answers. Titan I's glowing blue eyes scanned the rocky walls. This place holds the truth about us. About the Empire. About everything. Jake tightened his grip on his weapon. Let's hope that truth is something we can use. Titan 7 grunted. If the Empire built us to be weapons, then it's time we took control of our own fate. Entering the vault, the entrance was almost invisible. A thin crack in the side of a cliff, hidden by moss and dirt. Titan 1 placed his hand on a panel etched with strange symbols. A soft hum filled the air as the ancient lock disengaged. They stepped inside. The walls glowed with blue light, and the air smelled cold and metallic. Inside the vault, corridors stretched out in every direction, lined with sealed rooms and dormant machines. The technology was far beyond anything Jake had ever seen. Suddenly, a loud alarm shattered the silence. The vault's defense systems had detected them. Titan 7 growled, "We don't have much time." Secrets of the past in the main chamber. A large holographic display flickered to life. A woman's face appeared, the lead scientist of Project Titan, Dr. Ilara Mays. She spoke slowly, her voice calm but urgent. "You who awaken now, know this. The Titans were created to protect Earth, yes, but we were deceived. The Empire took control of the project, turning our warriors into weapons for their own conquest." The hologram paused, then continued. "A traitor among us sold our secrets to the Empire. We fought to keep the truth hidden. The Ember Vault holds what you need: knowledge, weapons, and the history of your true purpose." Titan 1's jaw tightened. "Who was the traitor?" The hologram flickered. "His name is Commander Vrax." A warning suddenly. The vault's door sealed shut. Red lights flashed everywhere. Security lockdown. A robotic voice announced. Jake cursed. "They've trapped us." Titan 7 smashed a nearby console. "We break out." But Titan 1 stopped him. "Wait." He pressed a series of buttons on the holographic panel. Suddenly, a hidden passage opened. "We go deeper," Titan 1 said. "Into the depths." The passage led them down a spiral staircase into the heart of the vault. The walls were covered with screens showing old battles, training footage, and data about the Titans. Jake's eyes caught something, a file labeled Project Phoenix. "What's this?" Jake asked. Titan 1 opened the file. "It's a secret. Plan to rebuild the Titans, stronger, smarter, free from the Empire's control." Titan 7 smiled. "That's what we need." The Empire strikes suddenly. The vault shook violently. Explosions echoed from above. "The Empire's here," Jake said urgently. "They found us." Titan 1 and Titan 7 readied for battle as security bots activated. Metal warriors armed with energy weapons advanced toward them. The fight was fierce. Titan 1 moved with speed and precision, taking down bots one after another. Titan 7 used brute strength to crush their armored bodies. Jake fired carefully, covering his friends and disabling key machines. The data core in the chaos, Titan 1 reached the vault's central core. He connected a device and began downloading all the data. "This will expose the Empire's lies," he said, "and give us the power to fight back." Suddenly, a shadow fell over them. Commander Vrax stepped into the chamber, his cold eyes locking on Titan 1. "You think you can stop me?" Vrax sneered. "The Empire will own you all," Titan 7 growled. "We're no one's weapon." The two Titans charged. Clash of Titans. The fight between Titan 1 and Commander Vrax shook the vault. Vrax was strong and ruthless, but Titan 1 fought with heart and purpose. Jake dodged energy blasts and tried to find a way to help. Titan 7 engaged Vrax's soldiers, crushing them with unmatched fury. The battle pushed the limits of strength and will. Victory and revelation after a long struggle. Titan 1 landed a powerful blow that knocked Vrax down. The commander's armor cracked, and he snarled before retreating. The vault's alarms stopped. The doors opened. Jake smiled. We did it. Titan 1 looked at the data device. Now the real fight begins. Closing scene outside the vault. The sun rose over the mountains. The Titans had found hope, the truth, the technology, and a new mission. But the Empire was still out there, stronger than ever. Titan 1 turned to Jake and Titan 7. This is just the beginning. Together, we will fight for Earth's future. The war for freedom had entered a new phase. The days following their escape from the Ember Vault were tense and full of preparation. Titan 1, Titan 7, and Jake, now armed with the Vault's secrets and technology, worked with Sarah and Titan 2 to gather the remaining Titans. Empire's shadow loomed large, and the Shadow Fang battle station moved closer every hour. But hope had returned to Earth. Gathering strength from hidden bases to remote corners of the world, the Titans began to awaken. One by one, they answered the call. Each had unique powers and memories. Some were confused, others angry, but all ready to fight. Titan 2 led a team to the underwater base where she and Sarah had narrowly escaped traps. There, they freed a Titan encased in broken glass, who called himself Titan 4, on the frozen tundra. Titan 1 and Jake found another, Titan 5, who had been buried beneath ice for decades. Training the Titans in a secret valley shielded from Empire sensors, the Titans trained together. Sarah helped with strategy and weapons, while Jake learned to fight alongside the giants. Titan 1 spoke to the group, his voice calm but firm. We were created to protect Earth. The Empire wants to use us as weapons. We will not let that happen. Titan 7 nodded. We fight for our freedom, for the people who live here. The Titans practiced their powers, grew stronger, and built trust. Empire's final warning, meanwhile, Admiral Kral on the Shadow Fang issued a broadcast to Earth. Rebels and traitors surrender now. The Empire's might is unstoppable. Resist, and you will be destroyed. The message was meant to scare the people and the Titans, but it did the opposite. The people rise across Earth. Ordinary humans heard the broadcast. Instead of fear, they felt courage. Resistance cells grew stronger. More soldiers defected from the Empire to join the fight. Jake visited one such camp. He saw hope in their eyes. We're not alone, Jake told Titan 1 later. Earth is waking up. A surprise attack one night. The Empire struck. Dropships filled the sky, descending on the Titans' valley. The battle was fierce. Titan 7 fought with wild fury, smashing enemy armor and shielding allies. Titan 2 used her speed and agility to take out communications and sensors. Jake led a team to sabotage enemy engines. Turning the tide. Just when it seemed the Empire might overwhelm them, the Titans unleashed their full power. Energy blasts lit the sky. Earth trembled under their strength. The Empire soldiers retreated, shocked by the Titans' unity and force. A new leader after the battle. Titan 1 gathered the Titans and the people. We have the strength, he said. But we need a leader, someone to unite us all. Sarah stepped forward. I'll help lead the humans. Together, we can build a future free from fear, Titan 1 smiled. Then we fight as one. Closing scene. The stars above watched as Earth's defenders rose. The Titans, once weapons, were now champions. But the Shadow Fang still loomed. The final battle was coming, and Earth's fate hung in the balance. The Shadow Fang hung over Earth like a dark storm, its massive guns aimed at the planet's heart. The final battle was near. Titan 1 stood on a cliff, looking out at the sky. Around him were the Titans, all awakened, all ready. The people of Earth stood with them, armed and united. Jake and Sarah joined him. This is it, Jake said quietly. Sarah nodded. For Earth, for freedom. Preparing for war, the Titans and humans worked side by side. They repaired weapons, built defenses, and shared plans. Titan 7 tested new armor from the Ember Vault. Titan 2 coordinated scouts. Titan 1 looked at the team. We are not just fighting for ourselves. We fight for everyone who cannot. The Empire attacked suddenly. The sky lit up. The Shadow Fang fired its first blast. A massive explosion in the ocean. The battle had begun. Dropships poured out. Soldiers rushed forward. Energy beams cut through the air. The Titans charged. Clash of Titans and machines. Titan 1 faced the Shadow Fang's commander, Vrax, again. This time, the fight was different. Not just strength, but purpose. Titan 7. And Titan 2 battled waves of enemy machines. Jake and Sarah led human fighters, taking out key targets and saving civilians. The ground shook, the sky burned, and the future hung by a thread, turning the tide just when hope seemed lost. Titan 1 activated a weapon from the Ember Vault, a powerful energy pulse that disabled the Shadow Fang systems. Vrax roared in frustration but was no match for the United Titans. One by one, the Empire forces fell. Victory and loss, the battle ended. The Shadow Fang was destroyed. The Empire's grip on Earth was broken. But victory came with a cost. Some Titans and humans had fallen. Jake stood silently beside Titan 1, mourning. A new beginning. Titan 1 raised his hand to the sky. We are free. But this freedom is a promise to protect Earth, to never let darkness fall again. Sarah smiled. Together we will build a future worth fighting for. The Titans and humans looked ahead, to peace, hope, and a new era. Closing scene. The stars shone brightly over Earth. The war was over, but the legend of the Titans had just begun.